Here with head baseball coach Luke Johnson after the Vikings split doubleheader. They win the first game 5-1 after defeating Dominican University, and then they unfortunately lose the second game by a 6-1 decision to Aurora University. Coach, let's focus a little bit more so on the first game. Brett Kessinger went out there, threw a complete game. You guys score some early runs there and get the victory. Talk about what you guys were able to do in that game.
Well, we came out hot and we put some runs up early, like you alluded to, which is good for any team. It looks like it's of particular importance for this team. Part of their, I think, challenge for the rest of the year is to figure out a way, when they don't put up runs in the first inning, to figure out a way to scratch and claw and get something done in the second, third, and fourth. But we did that in the first game. We were able to put some runs across and give Brent a little bit of a cushion. It's nice to be able to work, 8 innings of baseball where you got a little bit of a lead, and then it's your game to run with, and he ran with it today. I thought he was pretty crisp. He was pretty efficient. His pitch count was, I want to say he was under 80 into the 8th inning. So I think there were 2 hits on the board up there until the 7th. So I thought he was pretty good.
I don't want to say, but quite possibly, do you think this might have been the best game that he's pitched of his young career?
I thought he pitched well. I mean, there have been some other games that he's thrown well. The game against, I believe, Plymouth State, I thought he threw pretty well outside of 1 inning. So he's got that in him. And when he locates, he's like any other lefty at the college level. If you throw more than 2 pitches for strikes consistently, you're going to be very tough to beat.
Talking about the second game, what do you think was the one bright spot you guys could take from that game despite the loss?
I don't know there were a ton of bright spots in that game. You look up at the board and there were 2 hits late into a ball game. We basically defensively played ourselves, and there weren't a lot of errors that showed up on the board, but we played ourselves into a 5-run hole right there, and you're not going to win any ball games doing that. But I would like to see them show a little bit more resolve when that happens. I don't know if that's a bright spot or not, but that is definitely a necessity moving forward.
Is that one thing you think you guys got to work on now going into the games tomorrow, or the one game tomorrow?
Yeah, I think you got to work on coming out hot, but if you don't, you got to show some resolve, and you got to dig down a little bit, and you got to find a little bit of a backbone like we talked about in here with our team. And that's what they got to do tomorrow and moving forward, period.